Closing is one of the most important yet overlooked aspects of the interview. Oftentimes, at the conclusion of the interviewee walks out not knowing their status, nor having a clear idea of what the next steps are. So this workshop is focused on how to close. So now, let's take a look at our interview candidate, Mr. Jones's way of closing the interview.
Well, Mr. Jones, that's my last question for today. Do you have any questions?
Nah, I don't think I have any questions. You pretty much answered it all.
No questions?
Nah, not at all. My phone's ringing. Let me take this.
Okay, thank you.
Yo, Miles, I just nailed that interview. I'm leaving now.
Mr. Jones, in this example, was completely unprofessional and unprepared for his interview. Now, let's show you an example of the proper way to close.
Well, Mr. Jones, that's my last question for today. Do you have any questions for me?
Yes, I do. Thanks for the opportunity. What is the next step in your interview process?
Excellent question, Mr. Jones. I have two candidates that I still need to finish interviewing. We will finish interviewing this week, and by early next week, I will have a decision made, and I will contact you at that time.
That sounds great. Thanks so much for providing the information for me. I do believe that with my communication skills and management skills, that I will be a good fit for your team.
Excellent, Mr. Jones. It was very nice meeting you.
You as well. Do you have a business card so I can follow up with you next Wednesday?
Of course.
Thank you, and you have a great day.
Thank you. You as well.
Mr. Jones did a great job of closing the interview this time. He asked relevant questions and obtained important information about the next steps. He also made a point of reiterating a few of his strongest skills and explaining how these will make him a good match for the job. At the end of the interview, Mr. Jones thanked the interviewer for his time, shook his hand, and acted professionally throughout the rest of the interview. All of these things helped to reinforce the impression that he is a strong candidate who is very interested in the job. So here are the key things to closing the interview that we want you to walk away with. Number one, you want to ask relevant questions to the interviewer. Questions that focus on the company, the interviewer, and the position itself. Number two, we want to make a closing statement. We want the interviewer to know or to remind them of why our skills, our experiences, our certifications make us the best fit for the job. Number three, we want to confirm the next steps with the employer. Should you expect to hear from them a week from now, 2 weeks from now? Is there a follow-up interview? We want to leave the room knowing what to expect next so that we're not waiting by the phone. Number four, get the interviewer's contact information. Whether it's a business card or a piece of paper because they don't have a business card at the time, we want to leave the room knowing how to get in contact with the interviewer for next steps, as well as to send them a thank you letter. Number five, and six, thank the interviewer and shake their hands. This is just a general way of communicating your professionalism, your courtesy, and your gratitude for their time.